My next guest is a New Jersey guy and has some unique thoughts on this subject. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Dan Geltrude. Dan, thanks for taking the time. Interesting topic. Obviously, it's hitting consumers in the pocketbook with that lawsuit with Live Nation and Ticketmaster. I thought this was apropos. What say you?
Well, you know, a lot of people are, quite frankly, angry with Bruce Springsteen. So I'm going to pull away for that for a moment. And let's talk about the economics of this, Scott, because this is a classic supply and demand story. There is lots of demand for Springsteen tickets, and there's a limited supply. Hence, the price is going to go up. Now, look. The other side of this is Springsteen built his image as the voice of the working man. But now when tickets are costing literally thousands of dollars, those fans feel disconnected between the message of the working man and the economics of this thing. So, breaking this down, Springsteen, being very specific, he could actually control the scalping problem, because I've heard statements from Bruce and probably other artists feel this way, right? They're saying, well, listen, if the scalpers are going to get thousands of dollars for my tickets, then it should come to me. Fair enough point. However, if you're really going to be a friend of the working man, there is a way to control the scalping, and Springsteen can do it. You could have verified fan sales. You could have ID-based tickets. You could have face value resale systems, and that keeps tickets out of the hands of the scalpers and in the hands of the real fans. So it can be done. So I understand why people are aggravated right now with Springsteen, as well as other entertainers.
Yeah, and just to give everybody a little bit of a reference point here, I mean, I did a little bit more research, but I mean, nosebleed tickets are over $1,000. Floor seats are $7,000. I mean, those are Taylor Swift prices, if you ask me. I mean, I like Bruce Springsteen's music, but I don't know if I like it that much. And another person was quoted in some of the research I read that said, I don't know if he's worth 2 times my mortgage to go sit on the floor rather than the nosebleeds. So we're not talking 200 versus 400. We're talking thousands and thousands of dollars. $7,000 to get a floor seat? I mean, that's insane.
Well, Scott, look, the other side of this is that if you can't afford that, or you don't want to pay that, then you don't. And there will be no option here other than ticket prices are going to come down, because you're not going to have empty seats. So no matter who's holding these tickets, Scott, and whatever they paid for them, they certainly don't want to be stuck with these tickets if they wanted to resell them. So the prices have to come down. Now, from my standpoint, speaking personally, look, I'm a Jersey guy. Grew up on Springsteen. I mean, he's an icon, not just in New Jersey, but throughout the country. You know, this tour is carrying that anti-Trump No Kings theme, which really rubs me the wrong way. And I don't care who he's for and against. Personally, I am not going to see any entertainer who's going to lecture me on politics. Springsteen and everybody else, think whatever you want. Vote for whoever you want. But come on, when you're going to a concert and you want to be entertained and you want to hear the music, and for Springsteen, the lyrics may really matter to you, I don't want to hear about how bad the government is or our country or Trump or anybody else. Let's just go to a concert, and in the case of Springsteen, you get your money's worth. You know, he's giving you 3 to 4 hours of music. All right, how about this? Let me forget about all the headlines about the politics and enjoy the music. Bruce, if you're listening, that's my message to you.
Yeah, you're right. And I think that, you know, that could flow through from not just singers, but also actors, right? I mean, athletes could be thrown into that as well. None of us want to hear all the hubris and the vitriol and all the garbage when they think that they've got a platform. We like to see what they do as far as the athletic feats, how well they can sing, how well they can act, and we would just Didn't we just have a big award ceremony last night where the people that love themselves give awards to the people that love themselves? I mean, I haven't watched that thing in I don't know how many years because it makes me sick. And they also, once again, use it as a platform for political purposes, right?
Yeah, and you know what, Scott? I don't think it works. I think, if anything, it turns people off. I don't know. I mean, how many people are out there and say, you know what? I don't like Donald Trump because Bruce Springsteen doesn't like him. And I think that it's really insulting to people. And I think Bruce knows better. I've heard him say as much. Again, I'm a fan. I've heard him say things like, the rich entertainers, nobody really, per se is going to vote based upon what I say or what we say. So why are you saying it? Look, follow what Michael Jordan said, right? Republicans buy sneakers too. Well, you know what? Republicans buy tickets, concert tickets as well. So let's go with that.
And to your point, before we go, I'm going to say this. The last election, Trump 2024, I really do believe a lot of those athletes and a lot of those actors and singers, they got defanged. A lot of people didn't care. They just did not care. Taylor Swift came out in support of Biden. A lot of other actors and actresses came out in support of Kamala Harris. And it's just, you're right. It did not work. I think they've been defanged. And the way that technology is nowadays, Dan, I also think that the polls got it all wrong too. Things have changed markedly, and I tell you, I'm happy that they are. Now we just have to get through the SAVE Act, and we can maybe breathe one more little sigh of relief. But that'll be another story for the next time you're on. I appreciate you coming on, Dan. Always great subject to talk about. We'll see if the boss can get his act together. Thank you very much, Dan Geltrude. He's with Geltrude &